Hello everybody, this is Money Mom. Welcome back to the channel. Confession time. We don't have enough money to retire. What are we going to do? Let's get right into it and talk about it. I think this topic's extremely relevant. This isn't the 70s anymore where everybody has a pension. If you didn't prepare, then when you get to be in your 60s and 70s and you want to stop working or stop working less and you're not prepared for it, that could cause an issue. That being said, what are some options and what are things that we, our family, can do, and what are some options that you possibly could do if you're in this situation? I'm going to give some ideas and then I'll ask for you guys to also give some ideas too. The first thing, which is really important, number one, pay off your debt. That means your expenses are lower if you have less debt. The last thing you want to do as you get older is go into further debt or have a lot of debts to pay, because that keeps your expenses high. Number two, which is kind of similar, keep your bills as low as possible, and you can cut back on things. You can lower your lifestyle. My dad has done that as he has aged. An example being, he no longer has cable TV, and he didn't see a need to have internet at home, so he cut those things out. So basically, keeping your bills as low as possible can be a huge thing you can do, and that may be something we do as we get older. Number three, and I've said this and I say this all the time, have more than one stream of income. I've known a lot of people that are in their 70s and 80s that really didn't have enough money to retire, so what they do is they do little part-time jobs. One lady I know, she babysits her grandchild part-time, and she actually gets paid for that. Somebody else does a little bit of caregiving, and someone else does arts and crafts and sells those products. So there's always things you can do to make extra money. So basically, have more than one stream of income so that you always have some kind of cash coming in. Number four, and I put invest, but see what you do have. There may not be as gray as you think it is. You may have some investments. See what you do have and talk to a professional and see what your options are. Number five, and I like this, work part-time. I knew of a guy that he didn't get much of a pension from one of his jobs, and I think he was 70, and he wanted to work another 8 to 10 years, and what he did is he got a part-time job at a grocery store. No, actually maybe full-time job. And what he did is he worked for 10 years so he could get a small pension from that company. I've known of people that are in their 60s and they'll go back and get another full-time job so that they can get some type of pension from that job. So these are just options, by the way, guys. Anything I tell you, they're options. They may not be relevant to your situation. That's why we call it personal finance. And so basically, what that means, number six, keep working. Everyone acts like everyone has to retire when they turn 65. I know many people that are in their 70s and even 80s that enjoy working, and they really don't want to retire because they told me it keeps their mind active. Number seven, now this one, and I always say this, I'm not a doctor, not a medical professional, so this is something to talk to your doctor about, but I do think we can take good care of our mental health and our physical health, which can keep us from working longer. Example, let's say you're on your feet all day. Investing in your health might be buying a good pair of quality socks and shoes. That would be an example. Or if you're working outdoors and you have to be outside, getting good quality sunscreen and a hat and making sure you stay hydrated. These would be simple examples, but anything health related, it's always good to talk to your doctor. I do think we can do what we can do to take good care of our health to the best of our ability. Number eight, talk to a professional and see what are your options. I'm going to end with saying this. I think that many of us have way more options than we even think is possible. That's why it's so important for us to talk to professionals that know more about this to see what are all the ideas that we can come up with of how we can change our situation. Let's say 10 years from now you want to retire. There may be some things that you can do now to make that process better, where you might not be able to totally retire, but maybe you can semi-retire. So just see what options are out there. Do your own research. That's all I have to say. Let me ask you guys, if you didn't have enough money to retire, what are some things you would do right now to change that? That's all for now. This is Money Mom signing off, and as always, I love you. Bye-bye.